Environmental values were considered insignificant for a long time when evaluating the value of a company. However, as you can see, the terms such as environment, social and corporate governance, ESG management, the environment is now considered as significant in this regard. In fact, both corporations and governments have taken the move for so long. Today, let's look into the concept of the green GDP that is designed to analyze the interactions between the economy and the environment. What is green GDP? Gross domestic product, GDP, is the standard measure designed to evaluate the size of a nation's economy and the quality of people's life. However, GDP doesn't reflect the factors that reduce their general satisfaction with life, such as environmental pollution and resource depletion being caused by economic development. That's why the concept of the green GDP has been proposed to solve the related problems of GDP. The green gross domestic product. The green GDP is an index of economic growth with the environmental consequences of that growth factored into a country's GDP, such as environmental pollution and resource depletion. The history of the green GDP. In 1972, the concept of the green GDP was introduced to evaluate the value of environmental damage as a measure of economic welfare. It's the first modern model that includes environmental factors in the economic indicator. In 1993, the UN began to focus on the concepts of green growth and green GDP. The United States unveiled the green GDP for the first time in its history. The main contents of the green GDP in 1994 were that the impacts of mining in the nation's economy were overestimated among environmental factors. That's why many mining companies strongly opposed the idea. Meanwhile, the UN has contemplated environmental conservation from various perspectives, such as green growth and sustainable development, since 1993. In 2012, the System of Environmental Economic Accounting, SEA, was created to compile statistics, linking environmental statistics to economic statistics from integrated environmental and economic perspectives. Based on the 2012 statistics of the SEA, the Korea National Statistical Office has been developing related accounts and indicators in 3 phases from 2014 to 2022. Green growth, achieving economic growth and environmental protection at the same time. Green growth uses green technologies as a growth engine that minimizes devastating impacts on the environment. A growing number of countries, including developing countries and advanced countries, regard green technologies as a new growth engine. In Korea, we have an economic structure that imports 97% of energy from other countries. Korea has been criticized for causing environmental pollution due to high-level energy consumption. To tackle the problem, we have put a lot of effort into reducing energy consumption by setting low-carbon green growth as the country's growth paradigm. Since 2008,